Hey everyone, this is Geeky Panda here on the Geeky Panda blog, right guys, with something new and interesting here. I'm gonna introduce yet another segment on my show. Basically, story time. Stories of my past experiences, whether it be at gaming events, conventions, LAN parties, anything and everything basically geeky. And let me just go off on a few, LAN party stories. Now, I love LAN parties. LAN parties, to me personally, is such a great social event because unlike playing games online, you're playing it right there beside the person, and it creates such a great social experiences where the person you just killed in game is right there next to you. So it's like bam. So when I was in Ohio, I went to a couple of LAN parties. One in particular I went to a lot. And my first time there, I think it was my first time when it happened. I was excited. I was like, hey, LAN parties! I get to play with other people on LAN, play online. The games back then that we were playing a couple of years back. The name of the game, Counter-Strike Source, definitely was very popular. Also, you had Battlefield 2, and do know this was like back in 05, 06, I believe. And when I was playing, later on into the night, this one kid there, also around my age, he said that it was his, because at LAN parties you got food, you got drinks, energy drinks like Monster balls, etc. So he said that he had a Monster in his hand, and he said that, oh yeah, this is my first time drinking Monster. And those who heard it, like within the vicinity, we all kind of turned our heads and be like, yeah, what? Yeah, like, are you sure you want to drink that? Like, dude, like, if this is your first time, you do know that this is an energy drink. This is going to make you go off the wall, right? If it's the first time. Again, this guy, he was a teenager like myself back then. He was excited that, he was at a LAN party. He wanted to have a good time. So he decided to drink the Monster. And we were all like, that's taking bets. How long will it take before he goes off the wall? So a little bit into it, we were all playing games, and this guy was like running around in circles on the floor. He was going off the wall. And we asked him, like, dude, you okay? Like, dude, I have so much energy, man. I'm like, he was on a fucking caffeine trip from hell. Like, seriously, he was going in circles on the floor, be like, he had like so much energy. It was insane. I'm like, god damn, dude. And later on into the night, he crashed really fucking hard. Like, this guy was done. Like, it was really interesting seeing that. We just all turned our heads. We're all kind of like warning him, like, you might not want to drink. Just stick with the Coke and Mountain Dew and stuff. And no, he went all out. And oh man, I will not forget that. And at that same LAN party, they have it like every few months or so. The one time it rained, and it was okay, this is Ohio. It's gonna rain a lot and flooding, and it was kind of funny that the parking area was actually starting to get flooded, and people started moving their cars. But people started moving their cars out really quickly, and thankfully I just got dropped off. But still, it was funny to see. But the people had to move it. I'm sure it was like, Jesus Christ, this is annoying as shit, basically. And while it was raining, the rooftop of the complex was starting to leak, and it wasn't really that bad because it was just in one area that was kind of off to the side near the door. But right where it was, directly underneath, was the table for the admins. And the owner of the guy who leads the LAN party, the water was coming down on his son's computer. Do know, it was still plugged in, mind you. And then we were all staring at this, and then one of the staff comes out and starts unplugging it real quickly. And then we all kind of go in there and start unplugging all the shit out of it, because it's like, when you combine water and electricity, really bad shit happens, basically. But we actually got there, and it got unplugged in the nick of time. Like, he was extremely lucky. And what he did was, it was actually kind of funny. He popped out the side panel of the tower, arced it a little, put a fan right up next to it, basically arced it a little bit, so if any water were to come out, it would drain out. And it was just like this huge industrial fan blowing right into it, airing it out, trying to dry it up. And lo and behold, hours later, he turned on the computer and it was fine. It was working like nothing were to happen to it. Again, water and electricity is really bad, so if you put water onto like something like a motherboard directly, it's going to short it out. But luckily, his computer case was pretty solid, so when it was coming down, he didn't have an open panel or a grill on the top. It was all just solid, basically, so he was very, very lucky for that. Other things in LAN parties and stuff, even like small friend, get-togethers, you know, sleep is sleep is almost non-existent. Like I remember how it was like we're all so excited and stuff like that. We're all like, yeah, we're all gaming late in hours of the night, and then early morning we are all tired as shit. We're all like, oh god. It sucks too because when we have to break it all down, we were all really tired. Like, goddamn. The one LAN party area actually had a small sleeping area, so if you had brought like a sleeping bag and stuff, you could just take an hour off and sleep real quick and get right back into the action, which some guy actually did. And at first I'm like, oh, I want to play all night. Then I realized, like, no, this motherfucker has the right idea. Sleep for an hour, get recharged, go right back into the game. And yeah, it's kind of crazy, but still, I'm just gonna end it off right there. Again, this is kind of like Panda's geeky story time. If you folks enjoy it, please post down in the comment box if you want to hear more of my stories of my geeky trips, whether it be LAN parties, gaming events, conventions, etc. Also post down in the comment box if you yourself have went to LAN parties, and if so, what were some of your experiences there? Also, don't forget to hit that like button, and above all else, please hit that subscribe button. And this is the Geeky Panda here on the Geeky Panda blog saying, as I remember, stay geeky, my friends.